understand orbits, we need to look at two simple things. One is gravity and the other is velocity. So all of us know that gravity pulls you down to the ground, but the effect of gravity on any object is limited depending on how high up you're above the ground. Study has proved that as you go higher and higher, the effect of gravity decreases after a certain limit. In order to reach this limit, an enormous amount of energy is required, and that is where the rocket engines come in. With huge amounts of thrust, rocket goes all the way up to the limit where the effect of gravity is minimal. But wait, there's a problem. We want to revolve around the Earth, which means the rocket has to change its direction after reaching that limit, which consumes a really high amount of fuel, which is not practical. So if the rocket goes straight up, it is just going to use up all the fuel and eventually come crashing down. Which is why after a few seconds of vertical takeoff, the rocket tilts sideways with the help of gravity, which minimizes fuel consumption and points itself into the right direction before even reaching that limit in order to get to the desired orbit. A little bit of physics here. An orbit is basically an imaginary line around the Earth where the gravity is minimal to a certain extent that if you have the right amount of tangential velocity, the centrifugal force acting outwards along with the force of gravity acting inwards on opposite directions stabilize the object, resulting in revolution around the Earth. The object does not escape into space, nor does it fall back into the Earth. And that is when we call the object is orbiting the Earth. And this imaginary line, or the sweet spot around the Earth, is where rockets carry satellites or capsules for it to orbit the Earth. And depending on the velocity of the rocket and the altitude to which it is going, there are different types of orbits with varying effects of gravity at those altitudes above the Earth, which are used for various purposes. And we shall get to that in our next video. Thank you.